Jace Jackson. Gonzalez with 40 pitches. There's a swing, deep, and it's gone. Jace Jackson with a home run. Down the 2:15 pitch mark, and that one is over the fence. Jackson with a...
Well, good evening, everybody. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. And one of the things that we're going to be getting back to here on BSN are doing interviews. And, you know, there are a lot of great student athletes out there that I've been wanting to talk to. And this lady in particular, for sure, an interview, I've been talking to her dad, texting on and off, trying to make something happen. And, man, I tell you, if you go back and you look at softball in Brevard County throughout the years, there's no doubt that she's been one of my favorite players to watch. And I know, she had one of the greatest at-bats I've ever personally seen in a playoff game before. All the way right now, as we sit here tonight from Jackson, Mississippi, and Jackson State University, please help me welcome former VIERA Hawk, Jace Jackson. Jace, how are you?
I'm good. I've just been busy and playing softball and getting ready to graduate.
You know, that is crazy to me that you are getting ready to graduate already. And I know you've been busy because right now people are looking on the screen at your numbers over your softball career, and they are absolutely crazy. A 386 career lifetime hitter as we sit here tonight. You're not even done yet. 133 RBIs, slugging .581. I mean, as a freshman in your senior year, in 13 games played, you were batting .300. Let me start with this. Going from VIERA, and we're going to talk about VIERA and some of your memories there coming up, but I'm curious, what was the biggest difference for you making the jump from high school to college softball?
Honestly, high school softball with the readings was probably harder.
Yeah.
And when I came here, it was just like easy to get into it. And in high school, I played outfield, but when I came here, I actually got to play third base. So I think that was like honestly the biggest adjustment. And now it just comes easy.
It's crazy because had you ever played? I was going to ask you about that next. Making that switch, had you ever played the infield position before?
Well, I grew up playing infield, like first and third, primarily third, and then I got to high school, and they moved me to outfield because they already had infielders. So actually, in high school, it was my first time playing outfield.
That's unbelievable. You know, it's crazy because you're fielding at a phenomenal clip, 912 clip there at Jackson. You've had a great deal of success there at Jackson State. Tell us about the school. I want to hear about the school, the campus, the people. I want to hear about college life. What's it been like for you?
Honestly, it's been great. Just an HBCU experience. Most people don't get to experience it, but everybody is friendly, the teachers, everybody is genuinely there for you, and you don't meet any strangers around here. Like, even out in the community, everybody's loving and supports Jackson State. Like, just the I love in general, everybody's so into it and willing to give. So, yeah, honestly, I wouldn't change a thing. The HBCU experience has been one of the best times of my life.
I've been blessed in my broadcasting career to be at HBCU football games, and I mean this wholeheartedly. And Caleb and I went a couple of years ago when Florida Tech played up in Georgia, and I can't remember who they played, but man, we had the best time we've ever had at a college football game. I mean, it was a phenomenal experience. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And you're going to be, now for those that want to come see you play, you're going to be close to home Friday night. Where are you playing at Friday?
I think it's Sunnyland Park in
Okay.
Daytona.
Okay.
So
Is
yeah,
that
it's
against
not at.
is it Daytona State you're playing against?
We're playing against Bethune Cookman.
Bethune Cookman. I'm sorry, Bethune Cookman.
Yes.
That is. I'll tell you what. I've been to some Bethune Cookman sporting events. Absolutely love going up there. Well, Jace, last year just a phenomenal year. SWAC tournament MVP. What was that like to be SWAC tournament MVP?
Honestly, it was just a blessing. Like, my team was just supporting me. We played great in the tournament, and I just happened to get the clutch hits when we needed to send us into the championship and to win the championship game. So honestly, I
Still
was just
humble,
so
are you?
excited.
You're still humble, Jay.
Yes.
Still humble, still humble. Jace, let me ask you this. Let's go back to your high school days because just from the time that you have graduated to now, so much has changed between what you can do in college and high school and what you can't do in college and high school. But
Right.
first, let's start here. As you look back on your days at VIERA, what are some of the memories that stick out to you?
Um, Honestly, I think when we went and played Mel High in
Okay.
the district game, that was one of the memories. Like that was one of the best games of my life. And then that long at bat that you were talking about that I
Oh
had.
yeah, oh yeah. I think
And
20 some pitches. I think it was. Yeah,
yes.
and then she smacks a double off the wall. Facebook took the video down, Jace, because they do this thing now where they erase your videos after 30 days. And I went looking for it the other night, and it's gone.
Oh,
I was so mad. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
yes. And then just honestly, that team my senior year was definitely one of my favorites. And we're all still like, we all still talk and communicate and follow each other. So yeah, just the family, I think, holds like the most weight.
Have you been able to, as a college student athlete, now a senior, have you been able to take advantage of anything like the NIL, or have you looked into any of this stuff? How has that all worked for you?
Yes, I actually have an NIL deal with Mr. Public Figure. I'm actually the first lady for the Public Figure clothing brand. So I do have shirts and stuff.
Okay.
And then I also am a part of the KC 1400 Club, which is the NIL for Jackson State. And people donate and give money, and it's given out to the student athletes.
All of that information we're going to make sure gets up on the screen. Make sure you send me pictures of your clothing and stuff like that so that I can make sure that we promote that for you as well. Well, I think that's absolutely fantastic. Now, let me ask you this. Back when you were a senior in high school, things like this, I mean, they really didn't feel like options yet. You know, they weren't things you
Right.
thought about. How would you approach recruiting differently now with the things that you're able to do in college as opposed to the things you couldn't do before?
Honestly, yes, I think recruiting is totally different. Most people are like swindled by the money, so that makes a huge difference what the school has to offer, what the school is willing to give. But as far as like for myself, I probably would have still made the same decision to come to an HBCU just because that's what I wanted to do. And my parents also went here. So it was kind of easy getting welcomed here and getting to know people. So,
I want to talk about let's talk about HBCU universities because I know that there are a lot. Look, there's going to be a lot of people that watch this video, and there may be some student athletes out there that are wanting. You know, should I attend an HBCU? Should what? Here's I'm putting it out there for you. Talk about the you know you discussed the family atmosphere and feeling wanted. Talk about HBCUs and what they've meant to you and to some others that you've known that have attended them.
Well, most people know that when I was in high school, I was very like shy and not talkative and kind of stayed to myself and just played. And honestly, I am still like that, but being at a HBCU with people constantly trying to communicate with me and almost forcing you to communicate, I've definitely got out of my shell more, learned more about myself. I've made a lot of relationships that I didn't even expect that will definitely last a lifetime. So like just being at a HBCU, like I said, is mostly like family. Everybody cares, everybody is there for you. You don't meet many strangers. Also, like the campus atmosphere, there's always something going on. There's always festivities. You get out and help the community a lot. Like I have made relationships with a bunch of younger athletes and stuff like that. Like and the NIL that I have with public figure is big on community and showing the youth what they can do and trying to be a positive role model. So I've definitely helped make a big impact on other people as well as growing myself and learning who I actually am. So I do not regret it at all.
No, I have to tell you, one of the things that I love about HBCUs is the tradition, Jace, the many different traditions that each university holds near and dear to their hearts. What are some of the traditions that you've got to enjoy at Jackson State?
Honestly, I don't know like what traditions, but I'm just very like involved in the school. Like the football games, the
Gotcha.
atmosphere is like totally different. Like everything is loud and chants and cheers and stuff. Like the softball cheers here are totally different
Right.
from like high school and stuff. So
I tell you what, there's a big difference between. I tell you, some of the tailgates that I've been able to attend have been absolutely phenomenal. Well, let me ask you this: did you ever get a chance to see Coach Prime when he was still on campus there?
actually, I did see him and his sons once in the weight room.
Yeah,
But other than that, oh, maybe I think he might have came to like one of the softball games. But other than that, I didn't really get to like talk, interact with him, and then he left the next year. So
that's
not
cool.
really.
That's cool though. That he came to a softball game. That is cool. Here with Jace Jackson, and you've seen the pictures and videos flashing up on the screen of Jace. Jace, what now in terms of recruiting, whether it's an HBCU or a regular college, in terms of not an HBCU, what would you say to the student athlete who is looking to just get recruited, period? What advice do you have for them in terms of the process, what's required, what they need to make sure they're looking out for, all of it?
Honestly, I would say be diligent. Don't just stop if you don't get the first answer. Have backup plans. And I would also say, like, carry yourself how you would want a coach to see you all the time. Like, attitude and the way you act on the field, hustle, everything. Like, prepare yourself before. So, and I would also say, like, start managing your time now and practicing how you would want to live in college because there's tons of freedom and just there's a lot to do. So prioritizing what you need and just building a schedule early would be like my best advice.
What are you studying at JSU?
Biology pre-medicine.
And where do you see yourself now? You're graduating this year. How do you plan to move forward with that?
Honestly, I have like a few options, but I plan to apply and attend PA school. Not this year, but the year after. I plan to work in a hospital
Okay.
for this 1 year, and then I'm gonna go back to school.
Don't you kind of feel ripped off? I mean, you only playing 4 years of softball. You get all these student athletes out there now that are playing 5 and 6 years.
Right.
Will you, if you go back to school, will you have eligibility left? How does all that work for you?
No, I don't think I would have eligibility because I
Oh,
wasn't COVID and I haven't missed any of my time playing due to like injury or anything.
you are the straight 4 year college standout. I mean, listen to these averages by year: 300, 340, 426, 435. That's incredible this year. And then check this out. Like slugging, last year she slugged 641, or this year she's slugging 641. Last year, Jay slugged 652. She's got 133 RBIs. Now let me ask you this. I don't know. I'm going to have to read and look and dig a little deeper. But are you hitting records? Are you close to any of them?
Honestly, I don't even know if they kept tabs before like my sophomore year. We weren't really like big on softball here until we started winning. So now people are like recognizing us. Media production and stuff regarding softball has been way better. So I don't know. I probably have broke some records, but
I'm
it hasn't been
sure.
announced yet.
Yeah, Jace was a standout here. She was part of VIERA's Final Four team in 2021. She batted 476. Are you ready for this? This is a number that will choke a horse. She had a 1.494 on base and slugging percentage. Are you kidding me? Nearly 1,500. She led the Hawks and led the county with 7 home runs. She drove in 22 runs. She had 30 hits, 3 doubles, and 3 triples. I'm telling you, it was absolutely incredible. But the thing that was the most incredible was your 4.0 GPA, Jace. You talked about what you're studying. How does a student athlete that's as committed as you are to both the sport and the community, how do you divide all this time up?
Honestly, when I'm not at softball and I'm not at practice, I'm probably trying to do a homework assignment or I'm in class. Like this year, my class schedule is so hectic. So I might have to miss a few parties or not go out as much, but it's definitely been worth it at the end. Now, especially now, I still have a 3.8 GPA. So
Wow.
just I've had to prioritize what really mattered and the end goal of graduating and being successful in the field.
Did you pledge there or no?
No, I didn't.
Okay, all right, because that would be even. I was going to say that'd be
Yeah, I
even way
probably would
more.
not have been able to pledge.
That is wild. Okay, so let's end with this tonight. Obviously, I'd ask you what advice you have for student athletes, but being the student that you are, the athlete that you are, the woman that you are, help me out here. I want to think that all of our students, I mean, again, just from the time you graduated to now, things have changed so much. What do you say to those here in Brevard County and watching those student athletes out there? Maybe they're a sophomore or a junior in high school. What would you want them to know if they don't go the college experience, what they would be missing? And if they do want to go the college experience, but maybe they aren't taking it seriously right now, what would you tell them?
I think don't sell yourself short. It's worth it. I've made friends that'll last a lifetime. I've got to experience and like being on my own and living life and meeting new people and building new bonds and even school. Like you can do so much going to college and getting that degree. Like I just say give it a try. Even if you don't end up liking and staying, like even being on a team and having others to support you and go through college with you is something that I really enjoyed and I will forever appreciate because just having community and team and also tons of life skills, leadership, perseverance, determination, because being a student athlete is not easy, but I feel like it's very rewarding. So I would 100% say give it a try.
You got an opportunity to see Jace this weekend at Bethune-Cookman. Go and take advantage of it. Fantastic softball. I'm looking here. I got your stats pulled up on the screen. But how's the team doing this year, Jace? How are you all doing this year? We going to repeat as SWAC champs?
Yes, that's the goal. We're doing pretty good. We are second in the conference. We're trailing FAMU right now, which we have every other year. We are trailing fam, but we are planning to play good in the tournament. We've been playing good, but we definitely could be playing better. So just now, right now, it's about regaining cohesiveness and just playing good softball to end this season so that we can get a good, playing good softball to end regular season so that we could get a good spot in the tournament and give ourselves a chance to three-peat.
Well, the last time you played Bethune, looks like you swept them in 3 straight. The last time you played them, and yeah, so good luck this weekend. And Jace, thanks for taking some time out and speaking with us this evening. Again, you were always one of my favorite players to watch. I just liked your approach to everything you did out there on the field, and then getting to know your dad a little bit and finding out things about you, like you being a 4.0 student, and just how much dedication and time you put in that people don't see, the hard work they don't see. We're real proud of you here in Brevard County, Jace, and good luck the rest of this year. And when you come back this summer, stop by the studios and let's sit down and get caught up.
Definitely will do. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. For Jace Jackson, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network.